We're going to press forward with our agenda. Really, as I mentioned, excited to have library staff with us here today. Karen Joel and Olivero Flores is with us here today. And I just wanted to, on a more personal note, before I hand it over to them, I grew up a library kid. I was a library kid. I didn't grow up in a home that had a whole lot of resources, but I had a local library, and I would go and I would check out as many books as they would allow. There was like a max, that they put. I don't know what the max is now, but back then there was like a max, that we could check out and I love the smell of it. Even just walking into the library, like the smell of the books and the page, it just did something for me. And so having access to materials and books as a kid for me that I didn't have in my home meant the world, to me, and it really shaped the person that I am today. And I still enjoy reading. And so now, fast forward just a few years, right? Just a few years from me being a kid, our local libraries offer so much more. And oftentimes our families aren't aware of the many resources outside of just providing books, which is a great resource in and of itself, but our libraries offer so much more to the communities. And so you all being providers and working closely with those families are just in prime positions to be able to expose and introduce families to the many resources that our local libraries offer. So I encourage you to just grab on to what is shared today, and they're going to provide information and resources and walk us through even how to navigate the website that they have and to discover resources there. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Oliverdo and Karen for their presentation. I'm going to stop sharing so that you can.
Thank you. We're gonna Rochambeau, right, Karen? Just kidding.
Yes.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna start this first. So my name is Oliverto Flores. I am the outreach coordinator here at the Stockton San Joaquin Public Library. So I'm gonna go over some things with you guys to offer to your patrons when they come visit you guys. A lot of these things are just free. There's no charge for these services. All they need is just a library card that they can register at any of the libraries that are nearby them. So I'm gonna go over. Let's gonna share my screen here. All right, hopefully you guys can see this. So this is the Stockton San Joaquin Public Library website. So let me just go over the first thing about the library card. Library cards are free. They don't charge any for the first one. They don't charge any fees or anything like that. It's only if you're replacing it. They do charge a $1 replacement fee for a child, $2 for adults. At the moment, we have gone fine free, so there's no more late fees, so which is pretty awesome for adults and kids now. So that's pretty cool. So if you ever have, one of your patrons who want to apply for a library card, they can visit any of the libraries listed on here. We have, we're from currently right now we're at the Cesar Chavez Library, but there's a list. There's quite a few of them here in Stockton. You guys can visit. If Stockton doesn't work for you, we also got some in Escalon, Lathrop, Linden, Manteca, Mountain House, Ripon, Thornton, Tracy, and the Bookmobile. So you can always register a library card there. That's for physical library cards. But if for some reason they prefer not to come in person and they just want to use our e-resources online, they're more than welcome to call this number right here and ask for an e-card that gives you access to all the resources that I'm going to go over with you today. So the first one I want to go over to you today is the Hoopla. I'm sorry, not Hoopla, Overdrive. So Overdrive is a service we have offered that you guys can use ebooks, check out ebooks or audiobooks. You can check out, I believe it's like 5 or 6 at a time, and then you can return them digitally and get more books. There's kids books, there are adult books, children's books. There's also magazines now, lots of stuff to read here. If they don't want to visit the library, they're more than welcome to do this at home on their tablet, on their phone, on their laptops or computers. All these are free, available to those with the library card. And the cool thing about this, again, if you forget to return it, it's okay. It disappears from your account. Once that, either 7, 14, or 21 days comes up, it just disappears. And then you can just, if you want to check it out again, go back and you can check it out, once again. So this one offers audiobooks, as it says here, audiobooks here, and there's also ebooks available. Whatever you guys, prefer, it's your choice. You guys can select those. But yes, so this is Overdrive that we have available. The next one I want to go over with you at the bottom here is called Hoopla. this is almost the same thing as the Overdrive one. The only difference with this one is you're kind of limited to so many checkouts per month, but that's okay because once the month passes by, excuse me, you can you can check out more books again. But this one offers, music, it offers movies, it offers, like the popular anime right now. We have One Piece available on the to check out. We have, I think newer books on here available that maybe Overdrive or Levy has at the moment. But this has more, more available to offer. It has comics. It has manga. Godzilla right here, The Boys available. All this movies like The Whale, Twisters, Leap, all these, again, free with the library card. But just remember, this one has a limit of how many you can check out per month. But it's okay though. Once that limit comes, excuse me, once the month passes by, you'll be able to check out again. Okay. The next one I want to go over with you is ABC Mouse. Excuse me. ABC Mouse is a service we have available free with the library card too. I understand it is a subscription fee that people do pay for. I think it's like either $7.99 a month or $70 a year or something. But with us, it's free with the library card. So if you decide, to get your child a library card, you can sign them up, through this service, free. They can access this at home. Before we were only able to access it at the library, but since the pandemic happened, they changed that to where you can access it at home now. So you guys should take advantage of this, tell parents like, hey, if you want your kids to start, getting ahead of class, getting, ahead of, before they start school, ABC Mouse is available from, K to, I believe, third grade. And again, it's free. If you get them a library card, you can set them up and that way they can save their account on their progress as they work on the subjects, from like, ABCs, one, two, threes. It's a great program that we have. It's very popular, and a lot of people, like that we have it free. So make sure you take advantage of this, as it's available for now, because we never know down the line, they may change their mind or something. So take advantage. The other service we have available is called Bookflix. I don't know if you guys remember how if you guys grew up with reading Rainbow. It's one of those, like, where you watch the book come to life and it starts, talking and the animation, all that stuff. Well, with Bookflix, that's what we have with this one here. So let me just click on here. We get started. So this one offers, different subjects. So let's just go with ABC's one, two, three. And have some fun. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but there is sound that comes through this. ABC's and one, two, three. So, let's just choose, chicka chicka boom boom, and we're gonna watch the story. So this one, let me just jump a little bit forward here. So you can read with it, and it's animated. They can watch it. Follow along with it. It's pretty cool. That's what it reminded me a lot of reading Rainbow, because this is how I remember watching that show, and all the little animations coming up. It was just so cool back then. It's still cool today. But this is also available with the library card. If you go back, you can choose a different book. This one's more of like you're reading with the book, and then you follow along with it. Yeah. So this one's the reading one basically. So this is where you read, and lots. It's just like the other one where it doesn't have the animation, but it's more just reading with the kids that's related to that subject. But yeah, there's lots of books here. Lots of stuff to do on here. It's again, it's free. And it's for the kids. The parents. They can get their kids on here to encourage the reading. Drag that picture to the yellow. Or watch the story. But yeah, so this is, Bookflix, again, available free. Let me close this one, sorry. Excuse me. The other one available to parents that I want to talk about is, school is starting. I know some kids need help with their homework. It could be math, it could be, writing, it could be, any of those type of subjects. What we have available down here is called tutor.com. So this one here, you can actually connect with a live tutor who's been professionally, background checked, so you don't have to worry about any random stranger getting on here. You can connect them, and then, they can help you out with either math homework, English, or, if you need to submit a paper for review, they also do that here, available, for those kids. Drop off a math question, take a practice quiz. We also have available here with, I think it was, prepare for the SATs, the ACTs, prepare for grad tests. So this one, I believe this one that goes up from like third grade up to like some college level that can help you out with your homework. So, again, it's free, they don't charge for this service, It's also another service that we like having around to make sure like help those kids that can't find a tutor outside of their home, or they're trying to hire a tutor and they can't find no one. This one's a free service that's available with the library card. And then there's other stuff on here we have available too. So it's not down here, but we have something called Mango. So this is our language learning system. We used to have Rosetta Stone, but that kind of limited us from what we can, progress further down. With this one, you actually can go a lot further out there. Fortunately, I don't have my account set up here. But this one you can learn, up to like different languages, English, Spanish, Japanese, you can use this on your phone, like practice on your tablet, on your on your cell phone, on the computer. As long as it has a microphone, you're able to use this service, to practice learning a new language. And again, it's also a free, free service that we offer too. There's some new items that we've actually just added on this recent past couple weeks. There's a universal class, so if you guys are interested, like I know some places have homeschooling kids that they have of it, at home. There's some, they can work, use this program, to help those kids, with writing basics, Americans, any of those subjects, history subjects, math, all these are available to them to use. And I was practicing with a few of them, and it's pretty interesting. It does give you a whole rundown of like the history courses, for the kids, or if you're trying to teach them, same thing. It's also they have some curriculum that's available for them to teach to those to their kids too. But if that's not one, like there's other things you can also use it for. If you want to get into finance, or if you want to learn more about teacher resources, science, these are all available there. And it gives you, like a rundown, a course, 6 hour course here, videos and information that you can learn from, from that subject. So that's the universal class that we have available. And if you guys, always wondering, what's going on at the library, what is happening, what's, any, programs for my kid, any programs for an adult, for me, if you ever go to our website, events of the day, you can always click on more and it'll give you a rundown of all of the programs going on throughout the county, our county library system, So for example, there's story time going on today at 10:15, at the West End Ranch Library. There's toddler story time, play time going on at the My Angelou Library at 10:30. You know, different locations will have different things going on. But it's available for all ages. That we have. We have Lego Club for the kids. We had computer, what is it, drop in tech help for adults. Same thing. Another one here, adult program. Watercoloring coasters at the Lathrop Library. Lots of fun stuff, available. We're just kind of winding down on our summer reading program. We just had this past 2 months, so a lot of things are kind of winding down. But eventually, we'll pick up and we'll have more programs again. So right now they're celebrating their end of summer reading program. Like they're gonna have an ice cream party at the Truckee Library, a pizza party at the Thornton Library. All these fun stuff, available to you guys. None of these they charge for. It's all free. We just, want you to show up, feel welcome, and try out one of our programs that we have available for you guys there. And let's see if there's something else I'm missing here. I want to go over one more thing here before I move it to Karen. I don't know if you guys are, still traveling around or, are looking for stuff, if you still have another week with your kids or, anything like that. There's something we have called Discover and Go. So Discover and Go is it gives you passes to certain museums, certain parks, certain locations that you get in for free, with your child and an adult. And we have like museums available on there, like the San Francisco Museum. They have passes there available for free. What you have to do is you have to log in to the website, and then from here, once you log in through here, I can log in right now. Okay, once you log in through here, you can see all the places like Bay Area Discovery Museum. I can just reserve for today, or if there's any other days I can choose. There are other days I can decide to go. Maybe on the 23rd, and then it'll give me hey, here you are. Here's your pass. Print this out or have it on your mobile phone, and then when you go there, you show it to them. Lots of museums. We got the Beat Museum. The Bedford Gallery. My favorite one was the Charles Schultz Museum. That's the Charlie Brown Museum. You get a free pass. For your child. to get in there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool museum. But there's other stuff on there too throughout, the state of California that they partner up with. Fairy Tale Town's available for them too. Legion of Honor, all these, just free with your library card as long as you go to Discover and Go. So that's pretty much it for my end here. So now I'm going to go to, when we go to learning, our learning tab here, we're going to go to literacy. So this is where Karen's going to take over to talk about the adult literacy program. So we're going to move it over to Karen.
Thank you, Alberto. You always do such a great job. I'm still learning the whole library system myself and what we have. And the library has come such a long way since I was a kid. And it's really, I tell everybody, it's like a community hub. We have so many resources online and physically programming for kids, families, adults, teenagers. And it's just a wonderful free resource for the community. So I am the literacy coordinator at the Cesar Chavez Library. And the adult literacy program has been in existence since 1984, and it's mainly funded by the California Library Literacy Services Grant. And let me see if I can share my thing here. See, I think I messed up. Let's see if I can get back. Hold on. I knew this was going to happen to me. Let's see. How do I share this? Can you help me? I don't know what happened. Okay, let's see, slideshow. Thank you, Oliver. Okay, I think I have it now. Okay, can everybody see the first page? Okay. All right, so basically right now, Cesar Chavez Library is the main hub where we do most of the intakes for our learners and tutors. And so basically to become a learner, it can be anybody in the community who wants to improve their literacy skills, whether it be reading, writing, or fluency, conversational skills, and also life skills. And some of the learners also want to learn about basic computer skills. So basically we are here to help them navigate, get their feet back on the ground, also to help pursue, job endeavors that they want to accomplish, maybe get a driver's license. It could be really easy as just learning how to navigate through their phone, how to use, texting, filling out applications. So it's a very learner-based program. So basically what the adult wants to learn is what the tutors and we staff support. So right now, Cesar Chavez Library is the main hub. Margaret Turkey Branch, Manteca, Mountain House, and the Tracy Library are also ones that host the literacy program. Although, like I said, we're the main hub, and then we can pair up the people, and then depending on where they live, we can, have them go to the Manteca branch or the Mountain House or the Tracy Library. So basically, the reason that a lot of people don't realize how low our literacy rate is, and I didn't realize California was the lowest literacy rating in the United States, and that was pretty astounding. San Joaquin County obviously has a very low literacy rate, unfortunately. 52% of our residents read below a third grade level. 1 in 4 adults in the county lack basic literacy skills. And also, unfortunately, illiteracy usually leads to poor health, unemployment, and poverty. And so it's very essential that people can at least get the basics, and it's important. Everyone deserves to learn how to read and write and to navigate and get that help. So we are definitely here to help them do that. So basically, like I was saying, our library was, the literacy program was created in 1984, and it's a one-on-one tutoring service. And the volunteers that help with our services here are all volunteer. So that's another facet of this too. We're always looking for volunteers in the community who want to only give 1 hour of their time, 1 hour a week. And we ask that it's a 6-month commitment from both learner and tutor. So, and of course, if they want to go beyond 6 months, that's great. It depends on what the learner is getting out of the program and if they want to accelerate their goals, because sometimes their goals are really easy. Sometimes our learners just want to learn how to read a book better to their grandkids, or just to, like I said, fill out an application or get citizenship, or get a driver's license. So, but you know, a lot of them want to go beyond the 6-month commitment, which is wonderful. So we always encourage that too. So we provide textbooks and resources. There's no out of people or pocket cost for anybody. There is a background check that we do require for our tutors. So that's just, you know, fingerprinting, a live scan. But of course, the city of Stockton pays for that. So that's free. And then we do provide online training for our tutors as well. And it's through Pro Literacy, and it's I think a 6-module video course they have to take. And then once they are completed with that, then we can match them up with a learner. And tutors have to be 18 years or older, and learners can be 16 years and older. We're also trying to establish more family literacy support and events as the year goes on. Yesterday, we had our first literacy event, our social, which we haven't had in a long, long time. So that was a success. We had about 17 people come, learners and tutors, and the consensus was that they definitely want to have more events at the library, or, you know, things that we can come up with. And so we definitely want to include the families in general, like the whole family unit as well. Okay, so now another program that we provide through literacy is called the Training Wheels program. And this is one of my favorite parts of my job. We have this 32-foot colorful bus, and we drive around to preschools, daycare centers, outreach events, Head Start programs. And what we do is that we do story time on the bus. And so the bus is decorated like a little library inside, and in the back, we have story time for the kids. So we have about 50, we allow about 15 people on the bus at a time. And that includes parents. We try to encourage parents for the, you know, early literacy tips that we can give and provide. And the teachers come on the board too with the children, you know, if they're in classes. And we do story time. We read like 4 or 5 books at a time. Also, that includes preschool songs as well. So we definitely include the singing and the reading element to this. It's a lot of fun, and the kids always really get into it, and they just love being read to. And it's just a great time for everybody. It's just a lot of fun. I really like it. So these are just some of the decorations that we have in the bus. They all love Pete the cat, and that's always fun. And so this is the bus. This was Maria. She used to work here, and we worked together. I need to get an updated photo with Oliverto. So anyway, this is my contact information. So definitely please feel free to write this down. I am the contact person to talk to about establishing training wheel visits at your sites, or if you have events that you would like for us to come to, we would be happy to go there and you know, be readers for your community and spreading the word about our library services. And also, if you have any adult learners or tutors too who are interested in helping out with the adult literacy program, we would love to talk to you, and I'm the one to talk to. And I just want to thank you so much for giving us this time today, and we look forward to giving you updates in the future, maybe as the time goes on. If we have new resources in our library, we will definitely love to share, and we're just happy to be part of this community. So thank you so much for having us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much, Oliverto. Lots of great information. I wanted to just spend a few minutes opening it up for some questions. I know I see one comment from Alicia in the chat. It says children extremely love the reading time at the bus. She witnessed some really happy kids on the training wheels bus, which is very nice to hear. I'm going to kick off with just a couple questions as you all are thinking and reflecting. Feel free to drop it into the chat or unmute yourself. And I'm going to go to the chat because I see one already. Do you guys still have the seed library?
You know, I think we did upstairs in the reference there. I remember seeing a whole bunch of seed packets in their cabinet, but I mean, that was last year, so I don't know if they've updated it, but I know that they did have that for a long time. So I'll have to check.
And that, can you just maybe explain what the seed library is?
I think as far as I know is that patrons can, I think they can take, I think they're for free. They're free. They're like little seed packets, and I guess they can take take them and then they can plant them in their yard and create their
Mhm.
own little garden. So they are free. They're just like little seed packets of various wildflowers. And I think some of them might even have vegetables in them too. But I don't know for certain on that, but I do know that they were given for free. But we'll have to check and see if we were doing that again.
Okay.
I just don't
Great.
remember people doing it recently, but I'm
Yeah.
sure we have them.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, one question I had was, Oliverdo, you started to talk about the library card for kids. Can you share what the process is for a child to get a library card and if there is a minimum age requirement?
There is no age limits, as long as they're present and in person. All they ask for, for a child to get a library card is that the parents have verification, address verification. So like a photo ID would work with with the street address where they live at. If not a photo ID and something with like a piece of mail, with their parents' name on it, that verifies them, that they live there, and then it verifies the child and say, hey, this is my child. They want a library card. The only thing is that because they're under the age of 18, usually the parents do take responsibility for any fines that occur on there. I know we don't have any late fees anymore, but if for some reason, like, they hold on to a book or a book is damaged, they get charged for it. The parents are still responsible to, pay for that fee of a damaged book or a lost book.
Great, thank you. I had another question about the training wheels uh, bus. So if we have agencies that have that are on the on our call today that maybe aren't having necessarily putting on large community events, but maybe doing like a parent workshop where they've got 15 to 20 parents, with their little ones there. Like, would that work for a training wheels
Oh,
visit? Is
yes.
there a minimum number of
Um,
participants required?
no, I mean, we usually, what we do, if there's a big number of people, we usually limit the people on the bus at a time, but we can do them in sections. So
Okay.
if it's like, usually like for outreach that we've gone to, um, people come on the bus and then after like maybe 10 to 15 people, then we shut the door and say, okay, you guys we'll do a story time on here a couple times and then we'll let the next group come on because if it's too many people, then they're not going to get the full experience and it's too crowded. So usually I would suggest that we just break it up into chunks of people if there's like a lot of people.
Okay.
And it could either be an organized, what's the word, limitation of like, or stopping the groups or I could just gauge it and say, okay, we'll have the next group come on in about 10, 15 minutes or something like that and break it down. And if it's like if it's an event, then I probably won't be obviously doing a full half hour of reading, because that would take a long time. So I'd probably just do maybe a couple books and then have the next group come on, depending on how big the event would be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And it helps us to understand how accessible the training wheels bus is, even
Mm-hmm.
for some programs that are maybe having smaller gatherings of families. So
Oh,
that's good to
definitely.
know. Yeah. And we'll be sure to send out Karen's and Olivero's, well, I don't know if your information was in there, Olivero, but we'll make sure that your contact information
Mhm.
goes out.
Okay.
And so that way you all can follow up with our representatives today directly.
Yeah, thank you.
Other questions, comments, reflections? Anything? Okay. There are no other questions. I'm going to say thank you so much to our presenters. This is very helpful information. And again, we'll be sure to get the slides out. The recording of this meeting will be available. So that way, if you all missed anything or want to see that walkthrough again of the website, which was really helpful, you can revisit that part of the presentation. Okay, so we're gonna move on to just some closing things. If you give me just a second, I'm gonna share. Thank you, Mercedes. She said she didn't realize that the service is being provided. About all of the services. Other thank you. So yes, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so I just wanted to, well, first, of course, open it up for a few announcements. I'm going to share a couple announcements and then I'm going to open it up for you all to share about what's going on in your world. But just a reminder that this is our time to If you have any upcoming events, if you have any newly launched programs or services or any resources to spotlight, this we just want to hear about it. So please share. But just before you all do that, I just wanted to spotlight a few things like larger kind of community events that are coming up, events that you might want to participate in as a service provider or vendor, and definitely events that you may want to share, information about with the families that you're serving. So one is the breastfeeding celebration that happens. This is the 13th year of the breastfeeding celebration. And that's happening this weekend. I'm sorry, next weekend. No, I'm sorry, this weekend, the 3rd, this Saturday. So please share this out with your families. August is National Breastfeeding Month. And then the last week of August is always Black Breastfeeding Week. And so also happening this month and next weekend, I believe, is it next weekend? It's the 9th. I'm not sure of what day that falls on, but it's a community baby shower celebrating the Black Breastfeeding Week. And so they're going to have lots of resources and prizes and things that are going to be given away. And so this is another just great thing to spotlight and share out with the families and partners that you all have. Also, Stockton Black Family Day is coming up. First Five, this is an event. First Five also sponsors breastfeeding, the breastfeeding celebration, but we are also a longtime sponsor of the Stockton Black Family Day, and we usually have a booth out and provide information and resources. And so that event is coming up. It's a great opportunity for outreach and just a great opportunity for families to go, any family. It's a Black Family Day, but it's of course is all are welcomed, and it's just a great event for everyone in San Joaquin County. So lots of information, lots of resources, lots of good food, and lots of great entertainment. So that's happening. And then, of course, we know Family Day at the Park is coming up at the end of September, toward the end of September on the 21st. And that opportunity is available, of course, for families, but also for agencies that want to be there and do outreach and share about their programs and services with families. Okay. So I'm going to back up and I'm going to open it up for others that may have updates, things going on. And actually, I'll
Good morning. Oh,
good
can I
morning.
speak? Good
Yes,
morning.
please.
Hi, this is Eva from the Amelia Ann Adams Whole Life Center. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to share with the group that we are having a a car seat checkup event here at the center on August 9th. That's next Friday between 9 and 1. So basically, we have some car seat safety technicians who check the car seat in your car, make sure that it's fitting properly for your child. And if not, they're giving you a new car seat that fits your child correctly. So, in
Great.
that between 9 a.m. and 1 next Friday.
Do you have a flyer for that, Eva, that you can share with
Yes.
me that I can send out?
Yes.
Okay. Can do you have my email
I,
to send that to
I,
me?
I don't. Would you please?
I'm going to put it in the chat. And that's
Thank
for anyone. If you're sharing an announcement, if you've got a flyer or graphic or something I can send out after the meeting, then please email it to me and then I'll make sure it gets out to everyone on our distribution list. I'm putting my email in the chat right now. Okay, other updates. Annette, I saw your question. So yes, flyers will go out. And then Flandra noted it's happening with the food distribution we are having as well. Is that the event that Eva just shared about, the car seat safety,
Correct.
Flandra? Okay, so there's
Correct.
food distribution happening at that event as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Other events, other resources.
Hi, this is Nadia with 211 San Joaquin. So I know there's a lot of individuals who work with multiple agencies, and I just wanted to point out if you have any updates for your programs, like new contact information, new addresses, please update your information with 211 by visiting our website. Our website is 211sj.org. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us. Our email is 211sj at frcsj.org, and we will be happy to answer any questions, or if you need a printable application to make updates, we can also send that to you through email.
Thank you, Nadia. We actually spotlighted that process at a Community Links in the past. I think it might be good to revisit that. So I think I'll reach out and maybe set that up so we can do a walkthrough because 211's resource and referral service is only as good as the information in their database. And so that often gets outdated and then families aren't getting up to date information. They have a process for agencies to be able to go in and update their information themselves. And so maybe we can do a walkthrough at the September meeting on how to do that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
for sure, you're welcome.
Yeah. Other updates,
If I can share.
please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ms. Yang from Stockton Unified's Early Childhood School Readiness Department. I'd like to share that we started our first day of school for our 2024-25 yesterday, August 1st, and we welcomed over 1,700 3, 4, and 5-year-olds into our state preschool, Head Start, and TK classroom. And so if you have any families who have children 3, 4, 5 interested in pre-K or TK services, please do send them our way. We are enrolling actually as we speak downstairs. Families are coming in. And so just let your families know. And for our home base, if you have families who their child is transitioning into preschool and the families don't know what site or have never been in kind of like a formal school setting, please reach out to our department and we can set up a time to have your family tour a preschool classroom, kind of give them an idea of what it looks like and have them potentially meet a preschool teacher and answer any questions that they might have. And so again, just help us get the word out that school has started. Preschool has started. Come on in.
Come on
What did
down.
you say your agency was?
Stockton Unified Early Childhood School Readiness Department.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Liz, is there like a main number or that if they want to send families to, or give families a number to call if they wanted to enroll their kids, what would that number be?
So the best thing is they would go onto our district website and they would go onto what is it, programs. There's a tab on our website that it says programs and departments, and you would click on that tab and you would click on the tab early childhood. And so then you click on that tab and it'll take you to our preschool homepage. And there it will kind of explain what paperwork is needed and what it's on our district homepage. You go on, you click onto
Would you mind, Liz,
Yeah.
dropping the link to that page if you're able to, dropping the link in the chat? And then we can just click on it and
Wonderful.
bookmark it. Yeah, great. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, sending that over. Thank you. And Sandy's sending it over.
Awesome. And thank you for the update. It's, we want to encourage to get our, for families to get those kids back in school. I know enrollment has taken a hit, over the years. So, okay. Other updates.
Hello, this is Sandra Merriweather. I'm known as Sandy. I'm back. I've been gone for a few months.
Oh,
But
welcome
I'm back, but in a different role now. So I'm the perinatal service coordinator. I work with the maternal, child, and adolescent health program, and we have several agencies that can help you with people who are having children or pregnant or in the need. So we have Healthy Families of San Joaquin, we have the Black Infant Health Program, and we have the Maternal, Child, and Adolescent Health Program. We also have a program called Cal Inspire, and they work with children and youth with special health care needs. So we serve children from 1 to 5 in this particular program. with children who have a special health care condition. And it doesn't have to be some kind of congenital or deformity type of condition, although we help those too. But we also help children who have special needs, even if it's a cardiac program or sickle cell anemia, you name it. So we have all these beautiful services here through the MCAH program. And if you all want to make a referral, if you don't have a referral form, I can get it to you, or you can contact me at 209-468-3050, and I will make the appropriate referral for you. So just give me a call, and I'm just here to let you know that I'm here and I'm ready to assist you all in getting the children and families serviced in San Joaquin County.
Thank you so much, Sandy. The referral form that you referred to, can you send that to me so I
Okay.
can send it out to the group? And that
Okay,
referral
I
form
sure
is
will.
good for all of the programs that you mentioned on
Well, I can
MCH.
send you 3 different referrals. I think it is 2 or
Whatever.
3 different ones. I'll send them to you.
Okay, great. And thank you for the
Okay.
Cal Inspire update, the new program. And it's a home visiting program, right?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
excited to
And
see that
I'm
one launch.
learning all of these with what a couple of my coworkers. Leanne is the one who took the thing on Leanne Parker. And so she's out today, so I'm just filling in for her.
Yeah, thank you for the update. Angela, I see your hand up. Feel free to
Yes, my
unmute yourself.
dear, thank you. Thank you. I wanted to add on as well, with Black Infant Health Program, we serve pregnant women from 0 to up to the baby's 1-year-old, and we need a lot of word of mouth, and we help them during prenatal as well as postpartum. And we're starting our group. We have group sessions using evidence-based program, and so word of mouth, we work with African birthing moms. So we have a staff nurse here, we have family advocates present, we have our COLs, and we just help them help the whole family as a whole. So word of mouth, Black Infant Health of San Joaquin. Thank you.
Thank you for that update. All right. Excuse me. Anyone else? Any other updates?
This is Mary from Read to Me Stockton, and we just got a huge shipment of 15,000 new bilingual bookmarks that have the QR code, so families can snap a picture with their phone and sign up online, and I would love to drop those off to your agencies. So if you want to contact me or call me, I can drop some off, and I'm also going to share with Giovanna some background information. We are at about 10,700 children in Stockton getting books every month. We know there's between 22 and 25,000 children under 5, so we still have a lot of kids to reach. So we're grateful for all of your help. Some of you already know that families now have the option of bilingual books. So the books are the exact same, but on each page it's both English and Spanish. We are at 17% of our families requesting bilingual books. So thanks again for all of your help, because we couldn't do it without you. But we're looking to hit that other 50% of families in San Joaquin County.
Wonderful. And just exciting to hear that that many families are being served now in Stockton. All right. And Mary, I have your contact information. So I'll, in the follow-up email, I'll put it so you all can reach out to Mary if you'd like to request some of those bookmark flyers.
I also made up an information sheet I'm going to send to you, Giovanna, that has our information plus the Lodi program. So it includes all of northern San Joaquin County. Unfortunately, we still don't have programs in the South County. And the Imagination Library is being a little challenging with us. They only want to expand the program if someone will take over the program for the entire South County. So we're working on that. But keep your fingers crossed. And if you know any agency that wants to start the program for the communities that are not being served right now, we are more than welcome to, we'll help them in any way we possibly can. But we're all volunteers. We have no paid staff. So we don't have the bandwidth to take on Tracy, Manteca, Lathrop, Ripon, Mountain House, so
Yeah,
anyway.
we understand. Hopefully we get a very bold and passionate agency soon that's willing to take on South County. But yes, thank you for mentioning that. Lodi, which is it Got Kids? Is that the name of their program? Yeah. So they also do the Imagination Library program for Lodi kids. Other updates, spotlights, resources, weekend plans. Anything you'd like to share before we end today?
Okay, this is very off topic, but we
Yeah.
just got back from our annual trip to the mountains, year 42, if you can believe it. Yes, we are old people. But it was the first time we had to look at evacuation warnings because of fires. So I want to recommend to everybody, if you're traveling anywhere, probably in California, because there are fires all over the place, a free app called Watch Duty. Really the best information available about current fire conditions, warnings, evacuation notices. It's also pretty scary when you open it up and you look at the whole Western United States and fires. So I was home and I got this ding on my phone and I'm thinking, why am I getting a ding? We're no longer in Sierra County. And it was telling me that there was a fire on 580 in Tracy, and it blocked one lane of traffic and it had spread to vegetation. So it's pretty on top of things. Anyway, it's called Watch Duty.
Thank you so much for that. That is a very helpful resource to have. I'll put that in the email that goes out as well. Thank you, Mary, for sharing that. And then I see Karina, did you want to share something about the link that her plans. Got it. There's a festival happening this
Let me
weekend.
see.
Did
Can
you
you
want
hear
to?
me?
We can, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
There you
Yes, you
are.
said plans, so that's what I'm
Please,
doing
yeah.
Saturday. So I do the social media for my judo club. It's a Stockton Judo Club, and they're gonna have a short demonstration at the Obon Festival at 4:30. But aside from that, if you like good food, it's Japanese. If you want to learn more about their culture, there will be, I think the taiko drums always do a performance, just appreciating the arts and the culture that's happening tomorrow.
Wonderful. Yeah, we have so much culture here, so it's nice to be able to experience other cultures and it's cultural enrichment, right? So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Okay, anything else? All right, you guys. I'm gonna just share one final thing. Um, so can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. Just a couple reminders. If you have ideas for future topics, these meetings happen every month at the top of the month. So the first Friday of the month is our schedule for community links. If you want to spotlight a resource, if you need a little bit more time, say, Giovanna, I have something, this great program or this great resource, I'd love to get on the agenda to talk about it. Please reach out to me so we can work you into the schedule. Just keep in mind that our focus is on resources for providers that are working with families with young children. But that is a very big umbrella. And there's a lot of great information and resources out there. And we want to, however we can kind of work it into our meeting schedule. Excuse me. So please send those ideas and topics to me, or if you just have an idea for a meeting, and then you want to share that, then please do. And then we'll do some work on our end to try and make that happen. If you have a new team member or if your contact information is changing, then please send that email update to me so that we can get that new team member added to our distribution list, or we can update your information in the distribution list. Sometimes I send stuff out and we get back lots of bounce backs and we don't know what to do with them, so we just have to remove people from the list. But we'd love to keep our list updated. And then the last thing is that our next meeting is happening on the 6th of September. And our theme for that meeting or topic focus is it's National Baby Safety Month. So our topic focus is on baby safety. We'll have a representative from our Safe Kids Coalition here and our public health services come and share about baby safety, different programs and services and resources that are available to support families in that area. Excuse me. And if you want to sign up for our newsletter, you can do so by emailing us directly or going to our website. All right. That is all I have. Any final thoughts? Anything that was missed? All good. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you again, Karen and Oliverdo, for sharing today. You all have wonderful weekends, enjoying whatever plans you have, and we'll see you at the next Community Links meeting. Bye-bye.